I can't stand Ice Cube.
That's crazy.
I'm not a fan of him lyrically or acting wise.
Hey, Daddy, put hands on you, give you real black eyes. Come on, don't do that. And that's the truth. I mean, you could. I've had about
Aries Spears.
Oh, that dude?
Yeah. He said nothing.
Is he a comedian?
Yeah.
Because he ain't never made me laugh, so I don't know if he a comedian.
You know you really messed up when Ice Cube, the same Ice Cube who wrote No Vaseline and built $1 billion empire takes time out of his day to personally check you. That's not just smoke. That's a career-level fire alarm.
Ice Cube is a motherfucking lyricist.
I can't stand Ice Cube.
That's crazy.
I'm not a fan of him lyrically or acting wise.
Really?
He's the same.
How much time we got left here? Because should I just tell him to leave now?
That's exactly what happened when Aries Spears decided to open his mouth a little too wide. He didn't just throw shade, he came for Cube's music, acting, and his whole legacy like he had something to prove.
You don't think that...
One of the songs I hate the most, if it comes on, I want to shoot the radio. Today was a good day.
On Big Boy's Neighborhood, Aries didn't hold back. No filters, no hesitation. He called Ice Cube trash, not just as a rapper, but as an actor too. Man said it like he wanted to be dragged.
A joke. He goes, here's Ice Cube as a gynecologist. Hey, Miss Jenkins, I looked at your chart. Now get up on that butt.
That's racist. I don't know how it's racist, but what you...
And dragged you as Cube heard the nonsense and didn't even blink. He fired back, calling Aries irrelevant, not funny, and said dude shouldn't even be mentioned in the top 10 of black comedians. Not even close. But the knockout punch? That came when 50 Cent entered the chat. And when 50 sees someone fumbling publicly, oh, he's gonna turn it into a spectacle. It started as lighthearted rap rankings until Aries flipped the whole vibe, turning a fun convo into a meltdown.
The greatest lyricist. He was energy. He was passion. He made you feel him. If that said, tear the club up, you wanted to tear the club up. Dear mama, you wanted to hug your mama. When you think about lyricism, Nas, Jay-Z, Biggie, Jadakiss, my lyrics spit.
Aries even had the audacity to clown It Was a Good Day, a track that's sacred in West Coast hip-hop. Total disrespect. Big Boy's co-host tried to steer it away, but Aries kept doubling down. Then it got real weird. He started doing an Ice Cube impression Cube as a gynecologist and the room went silent. Nobody laughed.
It's the comments. Now, when people talk about, you ask anybody, no matter where their region, you know, give me a top 5 rappers. Pac's usually always in that list. Right. I don't ever put Pac up there with...
Crickets. Aries laughed at his own joke, but everyone else just sat frozen. The moment felt off. That wasn't just a failed joke, it felt like a shot at the culture itself. And just when you thought it couldn't get worse, Aries tossed shade. At Tupac, yeah, Tupac, shocker. Now it looked less like comedy and more like a full-on self-destruction mission.
Saw a comedian speaking kind of bad about you, man.
Who is this?
Aries Spears.
Oh, that dude?
Yeah. He said nothing.
Is he a comedian?
Yeah.
Because he ain't never made me laugh, so I don't know.
And here's the kicker, Aries knew exactly what he was doing. He looked straight into the camera and said, the backlash hit like a storm. One fan posted, I love Aries' talent, but the Ice Cube slander, that's a no-go. Another said, this is why Aries ain't credible. Talking like Cube and Pac weren't lyrical. Come on now.
He said?
What'd he say?
He said it was nothing about you impresses him. From movies to rapping, nothing at all impresses him. And I'm like, wow, like what?
Suckers usually don't like me. You know what I'm saying? Like the people that you know, they usually don't like me when they coming from that angle. That's cool though. You know, everybody got their opinion and they all stink. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, it's cool. You know, he entitled to his opinion. It's the feeling is mutual. You know, I don't think he on anybody's list of top 10 comedians. You know what I mean? In the black community for sure. I don't even know if he's on the register.
Social media went nuclear. Aries was catching heat from every direction. But what shocked everyone was that Cube actually responded. He doesn't usually jump into drama, but this time, he went in. Cube didn't just defend himself, he dismantled Aries' whole image, questioning whether he ever truly mattered in comedy. And Cube didn't even have to try hard.
I gotta listen to this. Nah, this hot right.
Ice Cube's resume speaks for itself. From writing for N.W.A. and delivering No Vaseline, to dropping Friday, launching the Big 3 basketball league, and building a legacy brick by brick when Cube talks. People listen. But Aries, he didn't back down. Even after fans and legends dragged him, he kept making the rounds, running his mouth. And that's when things escalated again, because now, Aries decided to come for 50 Cent. Bad move.
Dude was on. I'm just watching music, all
And
of it.
movies, all of it.
Yeah, I never really seen Ice Cube in films that weren't his.
Mm.
You know, like he kind of produced the vehicle that
Yeah.
he was in, and it wasn't like he was just being an actor in someone else.
But 50 didn't yell or rant. Nope, he clapped back the 50 Cent wackle, sarcastic and deadly. He dropped a video, looking calm, throwing shade without naming Aries. Just called someone delusional with that smirk fans know too well. Everyone instantly knew who he meant.
Poster child for the world's biggest hater. If you look up the word hate, it's my picture. When did we get to a point where unless your opinion, and last time I checked as human beings, we're all allowed to opinions. At what point does it get to where unless your opinion is favorable about a person or a thing and goes with the flow of everyone else, you're a hater? I don't understand that.
So now you're probably wondering, why did 50 Cent even care? The man's got his hands in everything. Power, BMF, a booming liquor brand, TV deals flying in, and concerts selling out. Why stop for Aries Spears?
He sent me a clip where Ice Cube responded. He was on a radio show and the dude played him the snippet. And the first thing Ice Cube says is, well, most suckers don't like me. Then he goes on to say, I never heard of this dude. Then he finishes by saying, well, he's just not funny. Well, you can't have it both ways. If you don't know who I am, how do you know if I'm funny or not? So you can't have it both.
Here's why. Because 50 and Ice Cube go way back. And Cube supported 50 when Hollywood didn't take him seriously as an actor. Cube stood behind him publicly, gave him a legit cosign when it counted, and 50 never forgot that. He's praised Cube in interviews as a real one, a pioneer. So, when Aries started popping off, that became personal for 50.
For the record, I respect Ice Cube, the man. I respect Ice Cube in terms of what he's brought to the game. He's one of the pioneers. So hats off.
And 50 went for the jugular. He dropped a slick bar online. Check my temperature, I'm ice cold. The hood left, the left side of my chest froze. Need help with your bills? I'll write you a referral. You might even get a love contract. Cold. Every word hit, and just like that, Aries started spiraling. He fired back with another emotional rant, took more shots at Cube, and tried to act like the victim. But then he made it worse, saying he respects Cube as a man, but followed it with, I don't think he's done anything impressive. What?
Said I wasn't a fan of his artistry. I never attacked him as a man. I never attacked him in terms of his character. I said I wasn't a fan of his artistry. Why am I not allowed to feel that way? Why is that? And then secondly, it's always funny. People call me a hater because they love to highlight when I say I don't like something, as though I don't have love for any.
That was the final straw. Fans turned on Aries completely, not because he had an opinion, but because he backtracked. One commenter nailed it. You can't throw fire and cry when someone brings the heat back. Others dragged him for that awkward skit, saying, you're not valid after that. And that's when things got darker. People started digging into Aries' past.
Did you call me?
Oh, yes, Uncle Pete. Can you watch TJ for me? I need to run to the, I gotta run some air. I need to go to cleaners, and I should be coming back. Okay?
All right, baby.
Thank you.
Suddenly, it wasn't just about Cube or 50. Aries got hit with a wave of reminders about that disturbing 2022 lawsuit involving him and Tiffany Haddish. A skit featuring a child and a creepy adult character played by Aries had the internet disgusted. Even though the lawsuit was settled and the video vanished, the stain never left. Instead of laying low, Aries kept ranting on interviews, claiming the industry blackballed him, saying he deserved Kevin Hart-level fame. But all people saw was bitterness, not brilliance.
The equation will never be satisfied. Why? Because some other mother will come along that'll take and blow the world up, and you'll want to be that. And then some other will come around and have as talented as you, or possibly more, and then you're going to get upset because again, you focus on everything that is not you.
Hold up.
Everything you want,
wait a minute,
but not what's in your present space.
That chip on Aries' shoulder, it's louder than ever. But here's the truth, when you come for Cube, you're coming for a cultural icon. Someone who wrote the blueprint, created classic films, crafted legendary diss tracks, and built empires. Aries, he's known for impressions and a few good sets, but his biggest viral moment now is disrespecting a legend. Cube's resume speaks. Aries' resume not so much. And when Cube revealed the upcoming Final Friday cast list, guess whose name was missing? That wasn't a coincidence. That was a message. Aries Spears got the spotlight he craved, but not for the reasons he wanted. Ice Cube and 50 Cent stamped him as irrelevant. And no one argued.